If I wanted to reach $40,000 months in the next 6 months by selling a high ticket offer, I'm going to walk you through the three things that I would do today to make that happen. So, the first thing I would do to reach $40,000 months in the next 6 months is make sure that I have an offer that is priced at $7,000 or higher, and make sure that it's an offer that people actually want. And so this is really the make or break. It's actually not necessarily the sales piece or the strategy that you use to sell your offer. That's important. But the first piece is making sure you have an offer that you can sell at that price point that people will actually buy. And so this is where I see a lot of business owners go sideways. They've created these amazing business ideas, these services, these offers, these group coaching programs, these one-on-one coaching programs, but they never stop to actually do market validation. And the challenge with that is, especially right now with everyone's market so saturated with competitors, which is amazing because that means that there's demand. But with that comes the inability to actually then sell that offer. Because if you have an offer that people don't necessarily want, or perhaps they can find it very, very quickly with minimal effort at a much lower price point, you may actually have an offer that you can't sell at the price point that you want. And all of this takes testing and optimizing and revising and actually getting on sales calls. So the first step, though, is to make sure that you have an offer that people actually want and will invest $7,000 in. And again, you're going to do that by getting on sales calls and having those conversations. So that's the first piece. The second thing to reach $40,000 in the next 6 months is to actually have a strategy that's going to bring you high ticket clients who actually want and can afford to invest at that level. So that gets tied into the messaging, the copywriting. Some people use the word niche, some people use the word client avatar. Everybody has their opinions on that. I'm not even going to go down that rabbit hole, but regardless, your messaging, speaking to the person that you want to work with, that's actually pulling in not only the people you want to work with, but the people you want to work with that can actually afford your services. And then to take it a step further is to make sure that the strategy that you have is actually reaching enough people so that you can hit those $40,000 months. So 28, 35, 42. So 6 clients at a $7,000 price point is what you would need to sign every single month to reach a $40,000, would actually be $42,000 in revenue every single month. So you can see it's really, we're not talking about a lot of clients, right? So that's why that first step of having an offer that people actually want and will pay 7,000, but then the strategy. And what we do for our clients, the ones that work with us, is I actually do all of this. We package their offer. They already have their offer, but I come in and we elevate the offer. We look at the container. We look at all the things. I do market research. I see what we can actually, if we can, and most of the time we can, increase the price point of the offer. And then we do the strategy. So the strategy, there is no limit to ways you can do strategies. If you've been following me on YouTube for a while, if you follow me on Instagram, you know I love advertising. And I don't talk about huge budgets with ads. I actually have successfully set all of this up for clients and filled their calendars consistently with just $20 to $30 a day in ad spend. So again, there is a strategy, there is the right messaging, there is the right ad, there is the right funnel. But once you have that in place, and if you work with us, I actually do it for you, it's not a course. But once you have that in place, that then means that you can have a predictable way to get people booking on your calendar. So now you just simply have to reverse the numbers by saying, okay, if I have a 25% close rate, how many clients do I need to get on my calendar so that I can actually close 6 clients a month? So it really all comes down to numbers. But the first thing is the offer, then the strategy so that your calendar is filling. And then from there, you can reverse engineer. And then the third thing that you need to do to actually reach $40,000 months consistently is you need to have this automated. So there's a lot of strategies out there and all of them will work. Again, my favorite is the funnel that I've built. It's built for premium high ticket sales specifically, and there's a psychology to it. It's based in my experience running this business, working with the clients I work with, but also working over 7 years with ultra high net worth clients inside of Fortune 500 finance corporations. So it's all of that experience I package and bring to my clients and set in place for them. But regardless, the third thing you need is a way to do this without you needing to be online 24/7. So when you are first starting out, if that is your strategy and you are using LinkedIn as an example, you're using LinkedIn for client acquisition and that is working for you, that is great. But as any founder and as any business owner and as any person, the dream is to have a really high converting sales strategy with minimal output. So most of my clients, which is why they work with us, like the idea of having a consistent way, again through ads, where somebody sees their ad, they come through their funnel, they self-book on the calendar, they know the price of the offer before they even book, and then they show up to the call. And so all of our clients have to do is show up to that sales call and close the call, or somebody on their team does the sales call for them. So that is what I would do. And I'm going to recap really quickly, but that's what I would do and have done and continue to do for myself and my clients. Well, not for myself, I've already done it. We've gone beyond that. But to get to $40,000 months in 6 months or less, you want an offer that's priced at $7,000 or more, ideally, that is in demand, that people actually pay for, so it's validated. Then you need a strategy to consistently fill your calendar with prospects who can afford that and are ready to invest in your offer. And then you need a way to automate it with a software system. So if you found this helpful, subscribe, follow. I release episodes bi-weekly. I also have a free Leaders Circle community. You'll see the links in my bio and probably below this video as well, if not. But I would love to see you inside. There's no selling inside of our community. It's really just to come in, network, exchange ideas, learn from each other, and do all of the amazing things that we do as business owners. So I will see you inside of the next video.